midterms tomorrow, and right now it's 10:31. Not the latest I've stayed up, but school night, midterms tomorrow. A girl needs like sleep, and I'm not getting it because I'm stressing out over midterms. Why? Like, this always happens. Like, every time. Like, anytime I'm worrying about something, I can't sleep. I'm annoyed. I can't sleep. Just like, fuck, man. Like, I know I need to sleep, but like my body's like, ha, sweetie, let's just like worry over non-existent worries and like just constantly keep you up. Thanks. Like, and I took every precaution like to try and get sleepy. Like, I drink herbal tea. I like did my nightly routine to get me all like drowsy, which worked for a little bit, but then like I started stressing out and like woke up fully and like was not like okay and like I can't go to sleep. It's really annoying. My grades are gonna go from happy little A's to happy little fuck yous. And um also I have a test that I missed in history because I was absent for either I was having a breakdown or the therapy. So like I talked to my teacher and he agreed that like when I take my midterm, like he's gonna take a percentage from that midterm and implement it for that test that I didn't take instead of making me retake the test, which thank you. Like I don't want to take 2 tests, thank you God, okay? Like my goodness. Enough tests, you know? And like I'm grateful for that, but like if I fail this fucking midterm, that means like there are 2 heavy, there's a test grade and there's a midterm grade that are both gonna like drop my grade down. And I already like have a B. Well, no, I have an A minus in that class, so it's not that bad. But like, also, like, like I don't know, like. Yeah, I'm tired, but like, I can't sleep, so like, that's great. Like, why do I keep getting like weird thumbs up? Like I'm an awkward human being. Hello. Oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah. Um, the good news is I think I got my appetite slightly better because I was able to eat today, and I was able to even like eat like a lot of food. Well, I mean not a lot of food, but I was able to eat a meal, you know, which like hasn't been like a thing for a few weeks now, but like I did today, so like that was good. I was kind of like surprised by that. So yeah, that's good. And I have no idea. Um, boy, I'm like so tired, but like I can't fucking sleep. Like I want to sleep. Please let me sleep. I mean, if I really wanted to sleep, I'd probably just like turn off the light and like try sleeping, but I've done that for like hours now and it's not been working out. So I don't know. I could probably take this time and study, but like I really don't feel like studying. To be honest, I don't think I could focus on it because like I'm tired enough that I can't really do anything, but like I'm also like awake enough to like stay awake and stress over things. like, I don't know if, like, you know what that, like, mentality is, but, like, it fucking sucks, basically, because, like, you feel incapable of doing anything because your body's physically too tired to do anything, but your mind is, like, wide awake and worrying about shit all the time, and you're just kind of like, would you fucking stop? Like, I'm tired. My body is physically telling me I'm tired, but my mind is like, ha, fuck you, no thanks. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, I just want sleep. I also want to do good on my midterms. Yeah. Girl, like, this is ridiculous. I'm tired. What the fuck, man? So tired. Like, I just want to sleep. Sleep. It's fine, whatever. I feel like the minute I started recording, like, I got immediately, like, really tired more. Which is, like, really? But yeah, I took my first pill today. Let me just say, they're probably, like, my favorite pills that I've ever taken. Because, like, they're really tiny. Like, they're, like, minuscule. Which is great for me. Because, like, you know, I fucking hate pills. So, they're my favorite of, like, I mean, they're my, like, favorite out of pills. Because, like, I fucking hate pills. But, like, they're tiny. So I can tolerate them. Plus, the added bonus is that in 6 weeks, I might see, like, significant results. Or I might have really bad symptoms. So, you know, either way, I'm gonna have some shit happen to me. So, yeah. The only thing that kind of bugs me is that, like, every 2 weeks I have to increase my dosage. So, like, right now I'm only taking 1 pill every day, but, like, in 2 weeks I'm going to be taking 2 pills every day. And then in 4 weeks I'm going to be taking 3 pills every day. And I'm just like, girl, that's too fucking much. I'm not taking, like, I don't want to take, like, 3 fucking pills at a time. Like, that's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, who the fuck wants to take 3 of the same fucking pill? Like, But, what I have to do to see how it really affects me, so we're gonna try it. My psychiatrist also wanted me to get my blood drawn because she wants to see, I don't know what she wants to see because she didn't tell me anything. She talked straight to my mom, and my mom didn't really tell me anything either, so I'm kind of, like, in the dark of exactly what's going on. The most I know is from what my therapist told me and, like, the very brief summary that she gave me before I, like, left the appointment in the doctor's office. So, you know, thanks for that. I'm, like, a tiny bit resentful because it, like, just pissed me off how, like, she just, like, I can't think of the word. Like, belittled me. Thank you, I thought of the word. Jesus Christ. Okay, like, she just belittled me and made me feel like a little, like, helpless child who, like, needed, like, my parent to, like, take care of things because I wasn't responsible enough to do it myself when, like, actually it's the other way around. And I've been taking care of myself more than my mom has been taking care of me. So, and I've also been taking care of my mom too. So, you know, like, I don't know, it just fucking bugged me. Like, I'm trying to, like, figure out how to explain this. Like, okay, like, I'm fine with being bullied if it's, like, something that's, like, true to me. Like, if they're targeting something that I'm really insecure about. Like, I feel like it's deserved that they're targeting me, because, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like I deserve it, because, like, they're targeting something that's, I think, is true about myself, even if it's not, or, if they're bullying me over something that, like, even if, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I think that something is wrong, like, I'll tell them, actually, no, you have it wrong. Like, this is what actually is, like, wrong about me. Bully me on something actual truthful instead of lies. But then other times, sometimes if, like, someone spreads, like, rude gossip about me that I know isn't true, I'm, like, pretty good at ignoring it. But, like, if I have something that's, like, truly unjustified, like, I stand up for myself and I'm, like, it pisses me off. But, like, if it's, like, some meaningless, like, worthless, like lies, like, about me that I don't care, and if they're bullying me and they're targeting something that I'm actually insecure about, like, unfortunately, like, I'm not great at standing up for myself right then, because I have enough, like, self-hatred that I, like, let them hurt me. But, like, for things that I know aren't true, like, I get pissed off about, because I'm like, excuse me, I have enough true things that you can bully me about. Don't bully me or belittle me or target me over something that's not true. So, I don't know, it just bothers me. But, like, yeah. She wasn't, like, bullying me. Like, I make it sound like she's, like, this horrible psychiatrist. She's not a horrible psychiatrist. Like, she's actually really knowledgeable, and she's really smart, and she's really nice. But she's also, like, extremely professional and by the books, and, like, just isn't very considerate of, like, the patient. She's just, like, on the book's ass. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, she recites them in her sleep or something. Like, literally, like, I mean, I'm kind of being mean, but, like, really, she's just, that's how much she's by the books, and that's how much she's, like, professional and, like, rigid. And I'm just like, girl, like, I am a pretty, like, I mean, everybody's unique, but, like, I feel like I don't really fit a lot of, like, the little, like, categories that they have for the rule book, you know? Like, I don't really have, like, parents that, like, I can really depend on too much. Like, I'm pretty self-sufficient. Like, I've been pretty much responsible for myself my whole life, and, like, I'm, like, pretty intuitive and, like, can, like, I'll work through a lot of my problems, like, by myself, but, like, I do need therapy, and it's, like, come to that, but, like, I have been helping myself for years, so, like, I can manage, like, self-manage a lot of things, so, like, and I think they're not used to that, especially in child psychiatry, because, like, they really deal with a lot of, like, tweens or something, and I'm not a tween, 17 years old, so, like, I don't really fit in their whole, like, little targeted category or boxes that they have labeled for certain people that are, like, the most common to go into there. So, like, you know, like, and obviously not everybody's gonna, like, fit into their box, but, like, or be close to fitting into their box or whatever, which is what I mean. Like, they really, like, I just hate it when people, like, are so by the book, because, like, being by the book is, like, I mean, it's good to follow rules, but then at the same time, like, rules do not apply to everyone. Like, rules and, like, just words in general can be interpreted very differently by different people. Like, the Bible is proof of that. Like, I don't know how many people have misinterpreted the Bible's meaning so many times. Like, it's just been chewed up in a bad way and spit out in a bad way, chewed up in a good way, spat out in a bad way, chewed in a good way, spat in a good way. Like, it's, like, there's all kind of ways that the Bible and other, like, texts or, like, words that people have said have been interpreted badly or, like, wrong, or, like, they're too by the books, and, like, it's not, like, I don't know, like, you have to, like, learn that it's more about the patient than your job, you know? Like, and, like, I think that applies to any kind of, like, career or any job that you have that involves people. Like, you can't just focus on the job aspect of it, especially if you're involved with a lot of people, especially if they're really sensitive people, because, like, you're affecting their lives. Like, I mean, I get it, it's kind of scary, especially when you're prescribing medication to kids, but, like, at least pay attention to them and, like, show attention to them and, like, try and understand them. I know she's not fully going to get it because she's not a therapist. She's a psychiatrist. She's a doctor. It's not her job to help us through our mental situations. It's just to help us with our chemical imbalance or set us straight with medication. But, like, at the same time, like, you can't fully understand what we're going through, what our, like, problems are if you don't talk to us directly. And I get it, some kids can't really talk about it because they're too young to fully, like, comprehend what they're feeling and express it through words. Or, like, you might get, like, the occasional kid who's, like, grumpy and is like, I'm not fucking talking to you, bitch. Which, I mean, probably does happen. So, you know, like, I mean, I kind of get that. And that's probably why, like, a lot of times, like, they depend on the parent. Because the parent, you typically lives with the kid, typically understands the kid, typically, like, sees what the kid does all the time. My mom does not. Like, she doesn't live with me anymore. Like, she hasn't lived with me for, like, 3 years now. Like, even when we did live together, it was either neglect or over-attention and smothering. And, like, even then, she didn't really understand me. And she thinks she does, but she doesn't. And so, like, her talking to my mom is kind of, like, pointless because my mom doesn't really understand fully what the symptoms are. She can give, like, her a brief, like, vague idea of it, but she doesn't truly understand because what I'm going through is not what my mom is going through. So I mean, I get why she talked to my mom, because maybe she thought that I wouldn't be able to, like, comprehend and talk to her. Maybe by the books they talk about, like, maybe you need to talk to the mom, like, or the parent primarily. But, like, I think when you reach a certain age, it's, like, pretty obvious that, like, you, and, like, I think I made it pretty clear when we talked that I was very comprehensive and I understood what she was telling me and I wanted to talk to her. But she completely blew that off and wanted to follow by the books. So that's how it ended up. And I really wish it didn't end up that way, but I ended up getting medication that I hope will work for me. But if it doesn't, then the next appointment that I have with her, I'm going to tell her straight up, like, hello, my mom is not mentally stable. Like, she's not really been there in my life that much. And sure, she might think she understands, but she really doesn't. And I would prefer it if you talk to me because, like, I am your patient. I mean, I understand why you read the books. I understand that you're new, and I understand why, even if you weren't new, like, by the books is, like, a good way to go sometimes or whatever. But, like, I am not someone who's, you're not going to be able to treat me by following by the books, you know? Like, it's just not that, that's not how it's going to work. So the next time I go to meet with my psychiatrist, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to be like, Mom, step out, please. Yeah, but my mom is just going to have to face the fact that, like, I'm almost an adult and, like, I'm not going to depend on her. No matter what, no matter how much she wants me to, I can't. Like, and I know I can't. She thinks I can depend on her, but I really can't. And I know that. My therapist knows that. My uncle knows that. Even my dad knows that. Like, the only people who don't know that are, like, my mom and my aunt, because my aunt doesn't really understand the whole situation either. But, like, you know, I'm not going to explain that to my aunt, because if I did, my aunt is, like, slightly bipolar. I mean, not slightly, but, like, anyways, and she would lose her shit if, like, she found out about my mom, because she's, like, very aggressively protective, and, like, she, like, feels very, like, protective of me, because, like, obviously I'm her niece, and, like, we don't really have a lot of family, so, yeah, but, yeah, so, like, and the same with my dad. I'm gonna, like, have to tell him straight up, like, when I'm 18 or when I'm 19, more than likely when I graduate, I'm gonna be like, hey, like, it's nice knowing you. You guys think you are my parents, but you really haven't really been that way. So, you know, I love you guys, but I can't depend on you. And you obviously, like, my mom is trying and my dad is trying, but, like, they're both trying for their own selfish reasons, whether they know it or not. My mom, I know she's still seeking that parental, like, validation, and she's still seeking, like, the comfort that we had together, which I'm not gonna lie, living with her, like, was nice because, like, I mean, I love her. And so, like, it was, like, it's never a bad thing to live with your parent. Well, I mean, it's so fucking hard to explain, boy. Like, it's, like, so complex. Like, I don't even know how to form words about it. My dad is pretty easy because he just kind of, like, intentionally or unintentionally neglected me for his own selfish reasons. And, like, thinks that he knows me, but he really doesn't know me. And my mom, our relationship is so complicated, I would literally, like, just, oh my god. Like, I don't even know how to begin with our relationship with my mom. But, like, you know, it's fine. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I love both of my parents, but I feel like it's easier to let go of my dad because I never really truly got that close to him, and he's not even close to beginning to understand anything about me, and he's still really self-absorbed and still absorbed in his own life and his own, like, passions and his own greed. Unfortunately, these are all true things, and, like, I've just come to terms with that. Like, it really upset me to begin with because when I was younger, like, he used to be my hero because he was my only break of so-called sanity. He was my only taste of normalcy when I was a kid, so he was, like, my hero. And, like, but I've, like, come to realize, like, he was never really, like, a hero. Like, he was not really a good parent. And, like, he really just was not there for me. And, like, it was, I don't know, like, so it was kind of sad, but, like, it's the truth. And so, yeah, and now that I'm 17 and that I live close to him, like, he's trying harder, but, like, not really that much. Like, it's more of, like, he's seeking to, like, gratify himself as a parent and, like, relieve the guilt of not being there for me, it feels like, more so than, like, actually trying to care for me. Which, I'm not a pity project, okay? Like, I'm your own daughter that you failed to parent, so, you know, like, and my mom kind of is the same way. Like, she has that whole, like, guilt for not parenting me kind of thing, but then also in the same thing, like, it's, like, all jumbled up in her mind of how she messed up and she wants to, like, fix it, but, like, also, like, she's my parent and, like, I need her and, like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, she's not seeing the truth of, I don't need her. Like, I love her and I will always love her just as much as I will love my dad forever, but I don't need them. And the reason that I don't need them is because they have not been there for me. And now that I'm 17, almost 18, and when I'm 19, I'll be graduating and, like, on with my life, like, I won't be there with them because I don't want to be anymore. Because as much as I love them, like, I know that it's not healthy for me to stay with them anymore. Like, it's not, like, good for me. Like, I need space. Like, my whole life I've been oppressed or neglected by them, and I don't want to be that way anymore. I want freedom, you know? Like, I sound so fucking cheesy. So, yeah, but I think my mom's gonna, like, hit hard, because, like, she thinks that I need her, but really it's the other way around. She needs me, which is why it's so, like, been so hard for me to, like, let go. But, like, I need to. Like, I can't keep clinging to the scraps of our relationship. And, like, I need to work on myself before I can work on our relationship, and she needs to work on herself so she's stable enough to handle our relationship when we continue it. Because right now, we're at, like, a standstill, and she's pushing, and I'm like putting up walls between her and I because I know that neither of us is ready to be close to each other yet. I know that it will just end disastrously. And she doesn't. She always thinks that like we always are going to be together, like we always need each other, blah, 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 blah. But that's not true. We need space from each other. That's the only conclusion that I've come to. Like, I've tried working out other options. They've all come to either her and I getting hurt. And, like, I don't want that to happen anymore. I mean, us separating is going to hurt her a lot more than it will hurt me, but it's also very necessary. Like, I feel like it's just necessary because, like, as of right now, like, we're two like shattered pieces that just keep scraping against each other and like shattering like we're too jagged and sharp right now to like actually like coexist. As much as she's trying to push on me, I'm like, girl, like, we're gonna break if you push any harder. And we're already fucking broken, you know? Like, so, yeah, I feel like we really need a lot of space, and I need to, like, learn to love and accept myself and, like, become myself before I can continue a relationship with her, because, like, my whole life, it's all been about her. It's all been about our relationship and what she wants from it and what she needs from me and how I can take care of myself but take care of her as well, because she was not really there for me that much growing up. And, or if she was, it was like very like, I need you, like, blah, blah, blah. And like, so I need away from that so I can stop being selfless and I can start being selfish and care for myself and love myself more than anybody else, because right now I'm not that way. Right now, like, I'm still frustratingly selfless and like just annoying, and like I need to stop that. Like, it's unhealthy, and a lot of like the source of all of that selflessness is like coming from my mom and my dad, and I can't be around them anymore if I want to be independent, if I want to be selfish and like care for myself first. Like, I need distance from them. So yeah, and I know like there's this whole stigma around like being selfish is bad, but like a normal person would be like learn naturally like to be selfish and care about themselves, but then also like learn how to balance out with selflessness. I from the start was never taught to be selfish. I was always taught to be selfless and care about others before myself, so I never really took care of myself. And like right now I'm trying to, but like there's still so many people in my life who need me to take care of them that I'm not taking care of myself still as much as I could be and should be. So once I'm 19, I'm gonna be like, I love you guys, but like I need a break. I need distance. I need time. I need my life. And I've never had my life. So it's really hard. But it's not like I'm never going to see them again. I will see them again. I mean, when I come back, more than likely both of them will be pissed off at me and hate me. But I can just hope that, like, in the end, we'll come back together and I'll be able to have healthy relationships with both of them. But I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen. But I do know that, like, this is needed. Like, I just know it. Like, it's one of the things that I've been the most sure of, like, ever. And, like, I think, like, it's just really hard. Like, I mean, I'm not acting like it's hard right now, because, like, I've thought about it a lot and, like, worried over it and cried over it a lot. Like, but, like, I've come to terms with it. And, like, yeah, I'm, like, really sad, but, like, I can't, like, do it. Like, I really can't. And I thought maybe, like, I could do, like, group therapy with my mom and maybe my dad if he was willing, but my dad is never going to be willing for group therapy. He hates therapy. And my mom is not emotionally ready for it yet. So I think we need time for separation for either my dad to, like, wake up and, like, or if he doesn't wake up, like just continue being selfish and just doing stupid things. And my mom needs to learn to live for herself and not be so dependent on me or the idea of me or anything about me. She needs to live for herself and love herself, just like I need to do the same. So it's a lot. But yeah, so that, and then I also am kind of worried about my grandma. Like, if I leave and she's still alive, like, what's gonna happen about that? Because I'm her caretaker right now, which is not ideal, but, like, it's what's going on because my uncle's gone right now. My dad doesn't care, and my mom literally cannot do anything about it. So, you know, but there are two options. Either, sadly, my grandma will die by the time I'm 18, which is kind of sad, but, like, also inevitable. Or we'll give her to a caretaker home, which is also sad, but inevitable. So, yeah. And by then, like, I'm probably gonna have a job by then. I probably will definitely know how to drive by then, and, like, we'll have, like, I will have, like, an adult, like, I mean, I already have kind of an adult mentality, but, like, I'll have, like, more adult responsibilities, you know? And so, like, I'll be able to, like, have, like, adult power to do things, because right now, like, I feel like I have an adult mentality, I have adult maturity, but I don't have the power of an adult to do the things that I know are necessary for me and are necessary for those around me, even though they're not taking the responsibility of it, because even though they're adults, they, like, the adults in my life are not the most responsible, mature people ever. So, you know. And, but yeah, like, I'm kind of, like, really, like, I'm really excited for my 18th birthday because, like, I'll have, like, the power of being an adult behind me instead of just, like, having the maturity of it. Like, I'll have, like, the actual physical, like, power of it, you know? Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyways, oh my god, that's a burp. Excuse me. I'm gonna end the video here because, like, time is almost up anyways, and also really need to go to bed. Midterms are fucking tomorrow, sweetie. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna die. It's 11 a.m. Fuck me. I mean, it's 11 p.m., but, like, you know what I mean. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Like, it's fine. Anyways, good night.